What's up with you beautiful people? It's your boy, the Vuvuzela in the building. It is a transfer special as we look to rebuild the Liverpool squad. Although I feel like the first part of this transfer is definitely going to be more on the selling side of things rather than the buying side of things. And there's a reason for that, is that, well, I'll let the video explain it for you guys. Hope you enjoy the video. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, get notified. Let's run that intro. So guys, we're back for some transfer action. The transfer window has officially opened. We have made an offer for a goalkeeper. We'll get to that. There is some players that are potentially moving on as well. Big news though, before we get into any transfers, any details, anything like that. We need to talk about the money situation. So currently we are 112 million pounds in debt. We were 200 and something in debt. We did get 100 million from Champions League money and TV money and all that stuff, which has helped a little bit. However, and the big however is if we look at expenditure right now and we go to the loan repayments and interest, we are paying off a big debt at the moment when it comes to expenditure. If you can just click on debt and loan, it's these debts are really causing a bit of problems. This one in particular, the 256 million pound debt, completely due in 2059, which is not great. It's definitely not great at all. This debt is about to be paid off, which will help the club a lot. We've got 6 months left on this debt. Hopefully we can get rid of it. Well, actually a year left on this debt and it should be fine. But this is the one problem. And the reason I'm saying all of this debt problems is that we might be going into administration. I'll show you the message we got. Here we go. The board would like to make it clear that the serious financial state of the club finds itself. The club is currently 624 million pounds in debt and continues to lose money. This is unsustainable financial position, and if extra funds can't be found, then the prospect of the club entering administration in the near future is a real possibility. Now, with that being said, yes, we made about 130 million profit this month. It's not enough. We need to get out of this huge slump area that we are currently in. And the only way we can do that is by selling off a lot of our players, which I have now pinpointed exactly which players I'd like to sell off. We're going to start offering them out eventually. There is a couple of guys that are expiring on loans. We'll talk about those ones first. So from Szoboszlai all the way down to Marvel, all these guys here are out of contract come the end of season. There's big contracts in there with the likes of Ramsey, Trent, and Szoboszlai all over the 100,000 mark, as well as Marvel on 210. So that is quite a chunk that's going to be taken out. That's about a million, 1.1 million that we're going to be saving, at least on salaries. The other big issue that we have is the guys that aren't leaving, that are on huge salaries. The likes of Vite, Roque, and Lamuda, who together mass just under $1 million a week. Lamine Limau is also quite high. I don't really want to sell those three. And out of those three, if I had to sell anyone, it'll probably be Vite Roque. But like I said, if I get a big offer, if I get a 90 million or 100 million pound offer for Lamine or Latoro, I will definitely take it. Vite Roque probably as well. We are going to get a loss on that one no matter what. Other players that we're looking at probably getting rid of that could help is the likes of Lupini sitting on 230,000, NATO on 150,000, Elliott on 170,000, Moscato on 140,000, Zidane on 135,000. There is huge wages in this club. And you know what? For a club of Liverpool size, they're not actually that big, except for the top maybe 5. I think Luca Lupini at 230 is a bit of an overpay. They are good players, but they're not that amount of money, and we need to start saving money. So with that being said, I'm going to offer our players whose contract aren't expiring and those that are at the club, the ones that are on loan, are going to have to wait a little bit before I'll send them out. guys whose contracts are expiring, I'm going to move to the under-21s. They can just disappear. I'm not planning on renewing the likes of Soboslai's and Ramsey's contract. I mean, Soboslai is in his 30s. Ramsey is just close enough there as well. What's Soboslai's 34? Ramsey's 34. Elliott is 32. He's probably going to be on his way out as well. We need to try and cut costs. With that all being said, though, I am potentially making a signing. Mustafa Hachim, the goalkeeper that we were after in January, has asked to move to a bigger club. He has a release clause of 36.5 million. We have 90 million available. Only problem is, and still very apprehensive, I want to say, he is a little bit injury prone. He did have a huge broken lower leg, which took him out for 5 months. So that is a big, big concern. If we look at our shortlist, he was the only one we actually had on the shortlist that I actually wanted. There isn't really much else in terms of players at the moment available. We can have a quick look at that. So these are all the goalkeepers we have actually scouted. Musa Hassan is also a very, very good goalkeeper that I do like the look of. Unfortunately, he's also quite injury prone. He's out for 2 days after he torn wrist ligaments against England in our game, which we ended up winning. But yeah, there isn't really much, and I need to scout some of these new goalkeepers coming in here. It hasn't really updated, so there is a few guys on here that probably aren't going to be great. That want to come with us. I have it on interested. I could go slightly interested. Is that anyone else? Does that come up with anything else? Not really. In terms of value, there is bigger names out there that we could try and bring in, but like, I don't know, like, I'm just having a look at it. I don't see anyone that could potentially be that type of goalkeeper that we desperately, desperately want. I want a Diaz. That's what I essentially want. You can see this is someone that we have scouted. Alfonso Adrianus, rather. Looks decent. And I'll have to just keep looking at it. Elsewhere in the squad, though, we are going to be looking for some new midfielders as well. And then a couple of backup players. I do have the likes of NATO on the bench, who I probably will end up selling if need be. Yves Duboc, though, is a player that could be out of the door. We bought him in 2030 for 25.5 million. He's currently negotiating with Paris Saint-Germain for 28 million. PSG desperately wanted him. I just felt like that was a good offer. 28 million is more than what he was worth, and that's a good one. And then elsewhere, Jaden Palmer Leandre is also probably going to leave the squad. Never been a great player. He's been in a contract with Southampton. That's what they offered us. A couple of games. It's just really a player that we just want to get rid of. So I'm going to go offer out some players. If we get any news, I'll come back. We'll chat about it. But the big thing is right now, we're going to have to get to that point where their contracts expire. So I'm going to try and get to this area, June 30, July 1st, before we see any real movements. And then, of course, we do have a new right back coming in to replace NATO, and that is Goran Radonovic, who could easily slot into that position as a backup Amoda. So NATO might be on the way out, although he is a good goal scorer, so I might use him as a striker instead of Vite Roque. Either way, he will probably be around in the squad, although he's on a high salary. But anyway, that's for a different day. We'll figure that all out. I'll come back in a bit. So guys, we're back with some offers. Leicester have offered for Nestorov. Now, Nestorov is in my first team. He is a good right back. I just don't think he's the best right back in the world. He is on 100,000 a week. They offered me, I think it was like 14, but a whole bunch of installments, rising up to 36. I said if they give me 34 in up front, they can have him. They've accepted that. So we'll take 34 million for him. Everybody's in for Duboc. He is another one I'm going to try and let go. That does mean, though, if we do get rid of Nestov, which is now looking quite likely, it does mean I need a backup left back. Definitely need a backup right back and left back. I need 2 right backs to bring into the squad. I don't think I have anyone really that's any good. We do have Williams, who I was thinking of giving some more game time to this season as a third choice right back. Money issue is his crossing is really, really bad. So, yeah, I'll probably take that Nestor offer. We have made another offer, though, on a youngster in the likes of Karl Masic. Czechia 18-year-old. He looks like he could be the next big thing. He looks very, very, very good. 7.5 million, 30,000 once a week or 39,000 a week. I like him. I like him a lot. And if we do get him, he'll probably go on loan for another season or two to a big club, and we try and develop him that way. With that being said, though, still trying to get to that 30th of June just to help us stabilize everything that we need to stabilize and markets. We're busy scouting a whole bunch of players as well, scouting the different leagues, just trying to find something. I'm going to Denmark just to look for players. That's how desperate I am right now. So I was just having a look at right backs in general, and this guy, Jar San Roman, a weird little player, definitely. I do like the look of him. He's crossing of 14 and dribbling of 12 makes me very, very excited. He's not worth a lot at 9.2. The only issue I have is a little bit on the slower side with pace of 13, but at 18 years old, I mean, there is an argument to say that he could be potentially better than Nestorov. I mean, at the moment, Nestorov obviously a lot better, but just his technicals alone is just really, really getting me a bit more excited than I think I should be. I am going to make an offer for him. He was on my shortlist. How much would they want for him? Ask how much would they want? 9.2 million is what they want. That's his release clause. He only wants 14,000. I mean, this is worth a punt. This is definitely worth a punt. 9.25. We'll make that offer. Definitely worth the 9.2 million. That is a good deal. Another player that I had a look at was Yusuf Maganin as potentially being in there as well. 19 years old, 32 million, a little bit on the higher side. He is actually a lot closer to Nestorov than Roman there, and there is an argument to say that he could be better than Nestorov at 19 years old, but the price tag is a little bit on the heavy side. Not a big fan. Another guy that I had a look at for the left-hand side is Pascal Huberts over here. Also looks like he could be very, very good. He's got a release clause of 5 million. Biggest issue for him, though, is that he wants close to 80,000 a week, and I don't think I can afford 80,000 a week for a second-string left-back, especially the fact that Larkin, currently on 100,000, is my first choice, and he is very, very good. Yeah, no, we'll keep looking, though. We'll keep looking. I'm still scouting a lot of players, so just carrying on with my scouts. All right, so while I was busy looking around, I thought, let me look in the England squad, and I found Levi Jackson here. I didn't realize his transfer value is so low. He is a very good left back, good enough to be a backup to Christopher Larkin. Can play in other positions as well. I like the look of him. There's a lot of clubs interested in him, a lot of mid-table teams. I'm actually going to make an offer for him, guys. I kind of like the look of this kid. I think he could be potentially a good backup to Larkin. They're going to reject the 8.75 initially, so I'm going to go up to 10.5. I'm going to make that offer. That's what his total value is. And then while I was looking around here in the England squad and just having a look at some of the players that were around, another centre-back did catch my eye. We don't really need another centre-back, but Wade Beading here at Porto. Did he go to Porto from Real Madrid? Well, he was an option that I was looking at, but I don't think they're going to sell him much. And then another guy that I was looking at is Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis at 30 could be the option that we need for him and Ramon to play on the right-hand side. Could actually be quite interesting. Because as a fullback on attack, I think he could actually do the job. How much does City want for him? 84 million. Okay. He's valued a lot higher than originally stated there. That's not good, is it? That's definitely not good. Yeah, back to the drawing board for that one. So I carried on looking in the England squad, and Thomas Stacey is a bit of a standout for me. A good centre mid, a good ball-winning midfielder, can also play Vuvuzela, which does help a lot. 25 years of age, though, does seem a little bit more, limited. In terms of midfielders, we've, an England squad, I wanted to check Liverpool squad. In terms of midfielders, we are looking for 2 and another 2. Well, we do have Brian, a youngster that I want to bring into the squad and just teach him a little bit of ball-winning midfielding, get him in there, 20-year-old. And then, of course, we've got Chingozi, who at this stage is probably looking to be my number 1 choice, the Nigerian international. He is very, very good, but if I can find someone a little bit better, the question is, do I think the likes of Stacey is better than him? No, I don't. And I feel like if I'm going to sign somebody for that price at 25, they've got to be at least better than Emmanuel Chingozi, don't they? We continue the hunt. All right, this is San Roman's contract. He wants only 16,000. We're going to get rid of that. I'm going to give him 20,000, 5-year contract with an optional contract extension of 2 years. A bit lower. We'll take that for 20. Wants 26 for 4. 4 plus 2 is good. I'm happy with that. Get your 26k. I feel like he's a very, very good right back. I'm not going to loan him back. He's definitely going to be in and around the first team. This goalkeeper keeps coming up on my saga list. Apparently, we want him. Barcelona want him as well. He is good, and I've scouted him. I'm going to scout him more. He is a good goalkeeper. I'm just trying to get all his stats ready before we make a proper decision. Derby County want Hodgkinson on loan. Where's Derby playing? Are they playing in the Championship? They finished 9th. Are they going to treat him as a backup? I don't want him as a backup. He needs to be first team. Sylvain Seguin, another player that we're looking at getting rid of. Sutherland are offering me 14.5 plus additional 20. Dortmund offering me 16.5 million up front. That's the only offer I'm taking. Everybody else can go. We're not going to accept that. I want the money up front. We need the money up front. And then what I'm going to do is just offer him out at 20. Let's go a bit lower. Let's go 19 million. See if anyone takes him for 19 million. Moscardo, 16.75 from Bournemouth, 18.5 from Valencia. We'll take the Valencia one. Bournemouth can match that. Lipini, another one coming in, 38 million Benfica. That is a lot more than his evaluation that I was expecting. Benfica's 38 million, obviously we'll take that. They're going to match that. I'll take 38 million any day of the week. And Elliott coming in at 15.5. Yeah, we'll take that, 15.5. Those guys need to step up their game. Like, my value on my players is so low, and they're offering me so much more money. I'm actually a little bit worried. We'll see if they can get 20 million for Elliott, because that would be great. All right, so we got some more offers coming in for Harvey Elliott at 20 million from Lyon and Real Sociedad. Cancel the other one. I'm going to offer him out more. Let's go 23 million. Will they take 23? Same with Singen. They've come in with 19 million. So Dortmund's will be out. I will try and go a little bit higher with him to 22 million. Maybe, guys, we can start a bit of a bidding war with these Zergs and get some money, some big money off these guys, because that would be ideal, wouldn't it? Well, Inter have come in with 23 million for Harvey Elliott. We'll take the 23. Dortmund coming with 22 for Sylvain, which is great. Gabriel Moscardo. Dortmund have equaled that 18 million. Crystal Palace want him on loan. No. A couple of other teams coming in for Carl. Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain. Locked in Milan, 37.5. We're not going to take that. We'll take Juventus and Real Madrid. Definitely. Levi Jackson, they've replied. They want... And what? No. He's worth 8.6 million, my friend. I'm not paying 57 million for Levi Jackson. No chance. It's from Everton, that's why. I should have seen which club he was playing for. We're going to just reject that. There's no way going to get this. Slavia also in for him now as well. Yeah, I should have had a look at that properly. Anyway, let's go sort out those extra bids now again. Everybody else in for 90 million. Couple for 25 million. We'll take the 225s. 4 25s. And if Norwich and Wolves want him, they must step up their game. Elliot the same, 25 million. Real Sociedad out of it. All right, that's the highest I think I'm going to go with those. I don't want to push my luck any higher. I think it could cause a bit of upsets in the long term. We reject all those bids. We reject the 22 million as well. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. Dortmund want him. They must go the 25 million. Right. I had a bit of scouts coming in here. Thiago Ferreira. He looks like he is very, very, very good. Better than Chingozi already in that position. 25 years old. I'm going to go for this guy. He looks very, very good. 14.5 million release clause. Another guy that I'm having a look at. 18-year-old Francis Mooney over here as a ball-winning midfielder. He looks like he could be very, very good. 18 years old, playing at Nottingham Forest. He's got a release clause of 36.5 million. A lot of money for a youngster. Played 17 games for Wrexham, 2 scored. He is someone I'm going to keep on my shortlist for now on the potential. Someone that I'm having a look at. I'll swear, I'm also looking at the likes of Souza. 31 million. Arsenal have made a bid for him. He looks like he could be good, but if I compare him with Thiago Ferreira, I feel like Ferreira is slightly better, especially in the attributes that I like. The tongue, the composure, the flair, the teamwork, and then his physicals are just better. So, actually, no, sorry. These are the... I have found this guy named Souza, who looks like he could potentially be better, a little bit better than Thiago Ferreira, especially in the physical department and positions that I like the flair and composure. Everything else, though, screams Ferreira is the better player. So I am going to go with Ferreira. He's at half the price as well. But he is someone that I just noticed that could potentially be very, very good. Another guy that I had a look at as a ball-winning midfielder is Yannis Yiannopoulos over here, the Greek player. He looks like he could be very, very good. 34 to 50 million is his evaluation. We compare him to our other ball-winning midfielder, which would be Roshan Bryan, the 20-year-old. I mean, at 19, he is miles ahead better than Roshan. If we compare him to Lupini, and I know that's a big comparison because that's sort of where he's going to be. Will he ever be this type of player? I don't know. I don't see him developing that great to be this one, especially in terms of the physicals. I mean, Lupini was just a beast when it came to physicals. Is he worth a punt? Also, we got Nipin here as well. I wonder what happened to his face. But he's more of a Vuvuzela, isn't he? He is good. 50 million, though. Anyway, we're still scouting a whole bunch of players, waiting for that list. We'll keep in touch with Ferreira. Elsewhere, in terms of offers, we've made a Roman. We're waiting for a work permit. He's accepted. And then Masic, we're still waiting. And Hatchem, also waiting for a work permit. I still don't know if I want to do this. The only thing is we're going to need goalkeepers because Pinto is leaving. We've got Andrew Steele, who is a backup goalkeeper, who is very good at 21 years old. So I think he will definitely be a backup goalkeeper. And then elsewhere, we've got Pinto. Hodgkinson is going to go on loan somewhere. And Tyler Wilson, I'm still umming and ahhing if I want to send him out on loan or sell him. I don't think he's going to be that good. I don't think he's a good goalkeeper, to be completely honest. Well, officially our first signing of the season, Jar San Roman, our new backup right back. Definitely, well, at the moment, our first team right back. If Nestov doesn't go, then he will be backup. Elsewhere, he is looking like he could be a fantastic little player. We're going to keep him in the squad. And then Palmer Lindandre has left the club, signing permanently for Southampton's under 21s, which is good. We'll come back with some more news. Well, at least we confirmed one signing for this transfer special. San Roman coming in as a backup right back for now. Anything can happen in the second part. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit subscribe, get notified. Tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. Leave a comment down below. Do you think it's the right move to try and get rid of guys like Harvey Elliott, Seguin, even Vite Roque? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Part 2 is coming up tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that. For me, your boy the Vaslap, Amaria. Peace. Chicken grease.